Hey, this is Jill with Life Off the Yoga Mat. You can find this video and many more on my website, lifeofftheyogamat.com. And today we're going to be getting into your inner thighs and outer thighs. So thinking of this like these stripes that go down the inside and outsides of the legs, we'll be able to stretch those areas. So come to Baddha Konasana. So having a seat on your mat, bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. And grab underneath the feet and take a breath in, find some length, open the heart, and on your breath out, press the elbows down to the inner knees and draw the chest towards the toes. So you don't even need to round the back here, just keeping the chest towards the toes, gazing down and forward. And let's take 3 breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out, breath in, breath out. One more, inhale and exhale. As you rise up, let's open the legs wide, Upavista Konasana. And as you move the flesh away from your seat, just feeling the pelvis tilt more forward, flex the toes and go ahead and walk the hands forward. And now you can let the head go if that feels good, or you can stay more lifted on your forearms, wherever you'd like to go. Wherever you go, you should just be feeling the stretch in the inner thighs. And slowly walk your hands back up. Bring your hands underneath the knees just to bring the knees a little bit more together. Feel the sensations of stretching out the inner thighs. And then you're going to go ahead and just come over to downward facing dog. So any graceful way you can get there. We're going to curl right into down dog and pedal out the feet. Shake the head yes and no. You can stretch out the mouth here. I love to just make a big circle with my mouth, really feeling the release, any tension that we hold on to in the facial muscles. And then start to come to find some stillness in down dog. So press the floor away, feel the sit bones reach up to the ceiling, biceps lined up with the ears. And walk your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Take a breath in, lengthen, and a breath out to fold. Press down, sweep the arms around and up. Palms touch, bring your hands to heart center, and Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale your arms all the way up, breath in. Exhale to forward folds. Inhale as you lengthen, and tent the fingers. Step your right foot back to low lunge. Okay, lower your right knee down, untuck the toes, inhale the arms up. So feel a little bit of a sinking in the pelvis, so getting a stretch in the top of the right hip flexor, but also on the inside of the left thigh. So a lot of poses we feel in a lot of different parts of the body, but we tend to think of just maybe the more obvious parts. So start to find the stretch in those other areas. How does your inner leg and outer hip stretch and work? Maybe sometimes it's strengthening, sometimes it's stretching. Okay. As you release your hands down, lift up your right knee, dragonfly twist, right hand down, left arm reaches up. Feel that stretch through the outer left hip. Keep opening, like draw this left hip back in space as you extend your arm up. As you lower the left hand down, we're going to walk to Gomukhasana legs. So you're just going to come to the pinky edges of both of your feet, to both edges of your feet, and then I'm dragging this right leg back in and dropping my left knee on top of my right. So that motion should feel a little bit more fluid as you go through it. And sometimes I end up with my knee not so neatly stacked over, so I'm just going to come to tabletop and really shimmy my left knee on top of my right, and move my right heel out of the way. So you can always sit on a block here if it's too intense to be sitting down in between the heels. You can definitely sit on a block. And then you're just gonna tent the fingers for a moment, open the heart. So as you press down, feeling a stretch in these outer, especially the top leg, on that racing stripe down the outside of the leg. And walk the hands forward and down. So you can drop the chin down towards the knee, or you can stay lifted. If it's very intense for you to be sitting upright, you can stay that way too. Okay, slowly walk the hands back up. And we're gonna come back to low lunge. So walk yourself out the way you came in, right? Wiggling things around a little bit more. And then we'll take your right foot to meet your left at the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press down, sweep the arms up, palms touch. Let's take it all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale as you lengthen, and tenting the fingers, let's step the left foot back. Lower the left knee down, untuck the toes, inhale the arms up. You can always close your eyes, especially when you know we have a couple of breaths in a pose. Noticing the sensations. Again, we're focusing on the inner thigh and outer hip, so noticing how all these poses engage or stretch these parts of your body. And everyone's gonna feel a little bit different. Release your hands down, lift up your left knee, dragonfly twist, open the right arm up as you draw the right hip back in space. And as you lower the right hand down, so now you're gonna again come to the pinky edge of your left foot, pinky edge of your right foot, and you're walking your hands to your right so that you can drop the right knee on top of the left. So I'll just pivot around here so I don't have my back to you, but the right knee is gonna end up over the left. And again, you can come to this tabletop shape just to really more securely bring the knee on top of the bottom knee and move this bottom heel out of the way. Each side's gonna feel a little different. Tent the fingertips behind you, press the floor down. And then go ahead and walk the hands forward and down. So finding the space that works for you, whether you're sitting upright on a block, staying seated up, or walking the hands forward and letting the head go. Start to walk the hands back up. And again, you're gonna come out the way you went in. For me, it would be coming towards the back of my mat, which is fine. So just roll yourself back out back to your low lunge. Straighten your front leg, bend into your back knee, and step your left foot to meet your right, and fold. Heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat, and you're gonna sink down to squat pose. So sink your hips down, hands to heart center. And again, feel the strength of your inner thighs here. So you should feel the stretch, but feel the strength as you press the elbows to the inner knees, but then press the inner knees back towards the elbows. So find that isometric engagement. And release your hands down, lift up the hips. Heel toe the feet back underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in, lengthen. And a breath out to fold. Press down, sweep the arms around and up, palms touch. Bring the hands to heart center. And then from here, I'm going to step my right foot all the way back so that I can come parallel to the mat. My feet parallel to the top and bottom edges of the mat. Just tee out your arms. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, fold, 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 fold. Release the hands down and take a moment to shimmy back and forth. So you can bend opposite knees, right? So first we're taking this a little bit shallow. We're just bending. And then we'll add in and make this up to your Skandasana. So as you bend over to your right, lifting up the left heel, or the left toes, and taking it to the other side. So bending into the left knee, the toes point out, the right toes come up. And you can start taking this a little bit faster as we move along, or you can hold. So some of you might like to hold the pose, and some of you might like to really start moving. Some of you like to lift up the hands and take it back and forth. So however suits you. And you can stay at our original setup, right, where we were just with the hands down and the feet planted. Nice. And then slowly, let's come back to center. Bring the feet down, feet are parallel, breath in, lengthen, and breath out to fold. And grab the outer edges of your feet. Take a breath in, long spine, and a breath out, bow the elbows out, bring the crown of the head towards the floor. And let's release your feet. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk your feet. So let's take the right toes point to the top of the mat again. Let's take it back forward to low lunge. Straighten your front leg, bend into your back knee. Left foot meets right, and fold. Press down, sweep the arms around and up, palms touch, and bring your hands to heart center. Okay, we're gonna come to tree pose here, so just ending with some balancing. So we'll start on your right side. So I'm going to ground down into my left foot, hug the right knee in towards the chest, open the right knee up, use my right hand to catch my ankle, and put the foot on the inner thigh. Hands to heart center, keep hugging this hip in, and when you're ready, you can grow your branches, open up. Take any variation that feels good for you here. You can take a mudra with the fingers. You can even close the eyes if you want a little extra challenge. And bring your hands back to heart center. Bring the right knee forward. Right foot meets left. Shake that out. One more side, guys. So finding this strong tree, right? So right foot plants down. Hug your left knee in. A lot of people like to do yoga. You can do this practice anytime, morning, noon, or night. But let it set the tone for whatever you have ahead of you. So you can even use your hand just to hold that right hip in, giving yourself that reminder to actively hug the hip in and find your full expression of your tree pose. So finding the breath here. So if you can balance with breath, you're setting yourself up for your day ahead. Even on just one foot, you can find that perfect stability that you need. That calm of your mind. Bring the hands to heart center, really nice. Bring the knee forward, lower down. Tadasana. Bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes. So now just feel both feet upon the ground. You are ready for whatever comes your way. You stepped onto your mat, you focused on yourself, you focused on your breath. So take everything that you've just done on your mat with you throughout the rest of your day. Namaste.